What is up, my friends? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back for some of you. It's great to have you back. Happy Friday. Things are getting really crazy out here, so let's have a discussion about it, shall we?
Gives you stomach cancer, but you can't cook your food in the microwave because that also gives you stomach cancer. But you can't use the pans on the stove because the pans give you cancer. But don't worry, the food itself already comes with cancer embedded in it, inside of the food, in the packaging that it comes wrapped in. And the water that you're about to drink, the bottle itself has cancer all over that water bottle. And the liquid inside now has cancer too. And your sunglasses have cancer. So does your t-shirt. So does the air. So does everyone. You're born with cancer. We're all cancer. We're all infected like the Walking Dead.
Dude, it's so true. I was laying in bed the other day, right here. You can't see it, but I have a mini split back there, and it's got like this label on the side. And I was like looking, I was very sick in bed, and I was like bored looking around the room. And I noticed there's a cancer warning on my heat and cooling unit. Why? Why does everything have cancer? What is going on? It's even my vacuum cleaner that I use for my business. It's plastic. It has a cancer warning on it. Everything has a cancer warning. I'm in the store trying to buy Gatorade, right? It's got acesulfame, potassium, glycerol, ester. What is all this? Like, what is all this? Why? I don't understand why. I mean, I do. We are living in hell, I guess, and the people that are in charge are actively trying to kill us all, I guess. That's the only conclusion I can come to because it's literally everything and everywhere. Also, just a side note, I apologize. My voice sounds really nasally because I'm recovering from the flu, so I still sound really congested. I apologize. That's why I sound different.
You know what's pissing me off? The fact that not even that long ago, like, I don't know, a couple months ago, we found out that hundreds of millionaires and billionaires, people who run the world, are fucking doing the most heinous crimes against children and women. And guess what? We had like 15 memes on them, and that was it. I saw 7 Instagram posts, and guess what? On to the next. Nothing happened. Nothing fucking happened. Since fucking 2023, we've given like $20 billion to Israel for no reason that's concerning to America. But guess what? It just happened. It just happened. 10 scientists are missing or dead to like information they had. But guess what? Give it like a week. We'll see a couple memes, a couple GIFs, and that's it. On to the next. I mean, what the fuck? There's nothing we can even do. We can't even do anything at this point. No matter what they tell us, it don't matter.
He's so right on that. It's crazy. The whole Epstein thing, I will not ever get over this. They literally released files that explained, that showed in detail what they're doing, what these people really do, these rich people. And everybody made memes about it. Everybody was angry in the comments of every social media site. And then all of a sudden it just disappears. Nobody does anything. Everybody just moves on to the next thing. And the thing about giving money to other countries, it's crazy to me. We are giving so much money to other countries, and meanwhile our own country is literally crumbling. All of our bridges are operating under the required standards for them to be safe. All of like our roads are not getting fixed. I literally, in my town, instead of actually paving the roads now, they're just putting a bunch of gravel everywhere, which is so dumb. I just, it makes me so mad. It's crazy to me.
Researchers demonstrated a liquid robot called PB, or Particle Armored Liquid Robot. It can change shape, grab things, fall from...
They're doing it.
Yeah.
They're actually doing it. It's happening. It's actually happening. Do you guys remember the plot for this movie? And the timeline?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Trigger warning, I'm gonna crash out right now, and this is gonna be a long video, but I feel like you could relate to this, so here we fucking go. It's great living in America. Unless you're a fucking American. If you're a bank, though, you are thriving, while the rest of us are just trying to fucking survive.
I want to correct her. If you're a tax-paying American, you're struggling right now. If you're not paying taxes, you're a scammer, you got a fake business or whatever, you're doing great, you're sitting pretty. But it's the people that are following the rules that are getting screwed the most.
I just came across a video saying that banks are at an all-time high. Like, their expectations have blown through the roof of what their profit margins were going to be. You want to know why? They are fucking thriving because America is fucking starving to live. At least 95% of Americans right now are literally surviving off credit cards, off loans in general. And banks are eating that shit up over the high interest rate. We're fighting for our lives over here. You want to know what the American dream is like? Let me tell you. Every day I wake up hoping today is the last day on earth.
I hear that from so many people. It seems like people are just broken. And if they're not broken, they're getting there. Like even me, I've been running, and trying to just like make as much money as I can and build my business and do all this stuff and pay off my debts. And literally this week, dude, I got so sick. I made myself so sick from running around constantly anxious, constantly worried, constantly thinking about, what can I do to prepare? Like it feels like I don't even know how to prepare at this point. I don't even know what I'm preparing for, but I feel that something huge is coming. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you feel this way as well? Are you also feeling this extreme? It's like this extreme level of anxiety just about the future. It feels like there's this huge event coming and we have to try to get ready for it. And I don't even know how.
I'm tired of it here. The American household on average is $80,000 in debt. And that's just credit cards and like auto loans.
That's
Maybe
crazy.
even some student loans thrown in there. But that's not including your mortgage. That's just fucking credit card debt. And right now, banks are eating that interest rate up while we're all surviving. You mean to tell me that the average American goes to their mind-sucking job, works 8 to 12 hours to have everything deducted, have nothing left to live on, and we're forced to put food on the table by using credit cards?
It's so sad.
Picture this, right?
And then they get you with the interest rate. I mean, when you're left paying bills on a credit card and then you try so hard to pay it off. I've been trying to pay off my credit card for like months now. But I'm telling you, every time something happens, every time I get close, my dog's got to go to the vet. My car has to go here. And it's hundreds of dollars. You have to shell it out. And I'm like, well, I'll just pay it in installments. I'll pay it over time because I don't want to shell out hundreds of dollars at one time. And maybe that's ridiculous. Maybe I need to be, grow up and just realize that that's part of life. But it's just, it hurts my soul to have to pay hundreds of dollars for one thing. It's just crazy.
You go to college, you get yourself in hundreds of thousands of student loan debt. You are one of the 5% of college graduates to get your job in the field you got your degree in, right?
Yeah, if you're lucky, I didn't even get a job in my field. I have to pay off all that debt. And a lot of people are in that position.
You get everything garnished from your wages because the increase on living and everything around you has gone up, but your pay has stayed the same. But then you also get taxes taken out. We get fucking taxed just to breathe, people. We get taxed on owning shit. We get taxed on working. We get taxed on just living, okay? Then you got health insurance. That's a fucking joke and a whole video within itself. But
I canceled my health insurance. And I will say this week, because I was so sick, I had a moment where I was like, man, I kind of wish I had health insurance. Like, I should probably go to a doctor. This is really bad. But I made it through. And you know what? I'm going to just keep going. Hopefully things, I'm good for a while. And that was my one really bad sickness for a few years. But man, the health insurance thing is just a whole other thing.
Basically, the average American pays anywhere between $300 and $1,000 a month for fucking health insurance. Basically, you're paying just to say, I have health insurance. But then when you go to use health insurance, you have co-pays and deductibles, and they don't cover nothing until you've met your deductible. The fuck you mean? Why am I paying you $1,000 a month to have health insurance when I'm still paying more just to fucking use it? I digress. Then you have everything like retirement, 401 taken out. Okay, great. You're going to work 30 to 40 fucking years of your prime so that when you get to retirement age, we're going to give you monthly stipends back just so you can afford to live without a job.
And fun fact, you can't even afford to live without a job with that monthly stipend for a lot of people. That's why we see all these old people working at grocery stores now, because they're living on a fixed income from their 401ks and their retirement that they saved for. And it's not enough because prices keep going up. They just keep raising everything. It's getting really scary, honestly. It genuinely is. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Like, I really want to know. Do other people feel this way? I just need to know if I'm alone here, because other people in my life, I don't have like a good grasp on what other people are really experiencing because of just the gap between wealth of the people that I know. So I really can't tell, how many other people are really feeling like this. But my guess is it's a lot of people.
Meanwhile, like 80% of senior citizens that are retired now are working at fucking Lowe's at the age of 87 because they can't survive just on their retirement. That's just a prime example. We're all struggling to keep our heads above water because we don't earn enough money after everything gets taken out. We are now forced to pay super high interest rates on everything we own. Even stuff that's paid off, we're still paying interest on. How does that make any fucking sense? But you're sitting there, the American family, the average American fucking family is no longer middle class. You're either fucking poor or rich. The rich is making money off the poor because the poor can't afford to have 2 fucking jobs, full-time jobs, and still be able to take care of their families and have enough money at the end of the day to put food on the table. Hence why we are forced to live on credit card debt. And y'all are just going to keep backing up the prices that we're never going to be able to afford to pay off. Because unfortunately, Dave Ramsey, the average American person has nothing left after their paychecks come in and they pay their bills and they buy groceries. They have nothing left to save. So you're sitting there with $20 fucking to your name for 2 weeks until the next penny. And that's if you're lucky. There's some people that are in the red right now. They are working their asses off and they can't even pay all their bills on time. And they're trying to decide, do you want to keep the light on this month or the fucking water? No, living is just a luxury.
It's crazy. And the other thing that I think is kind of crazy too, maybe the reason I don't have a good grasp on how things are for other people is because nobody talks about it. Like the only time I hear anybody talking about this stuff is on the internet. I don't hear people say this stuff in real life. It's a weird phenomenon. I don't know why that is. I don't know if people are just like they're embarrassed or something, but there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Like, let's acknowledge that the ship is sinking. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all on the ship. Like it's okay to talk about it.
I can't afford to put braces on my kids right now. That's a fucking luxury. Going out to eat, that's a luxury. Putting new tires on my van, that's a new luxury. My van's paid off, okay? Oh, there's a chipmunk. Oh. ADHD there, sorry.
I was going to say
guys, look, there's a chipmunk on my husband's tire. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. His name's Flash because he's really fast and he's red. What's up, buddy? Bottom line, living in America fucking sucks. The American dream is dead. It's a nightmare. Every day we wake up and we're saying, God, are you coming back today? Because I can't handle this anymore. And if you are a family with kids, you might as well be done. We're never going to get out of debt, you guys. We're never going to get our shit paid off. We're never going to live a life of luxury and comfort ever again. I'm done. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I was literally talking to my family the other day because I just got engaged and I'm going to be getting married in the next year. And I was just kind of venting about how like I'm like getting worried about having kids because I don't know how we're going to do this. Like, how am I going to work all of this? And I'm already exhausted as it is, like, and take care of kids and do all these things. And they were just like, well, you're just going to go into debt and it's going to be okay. And I'm like, why though? Like, why are we all living like this? Like, what happened? What happened in this country? I mean, I know what happened. It's not a question. Obviously, the country's been sold out. It's being siphoned for every little tiny bit of everything that we have and every resource. And it's a shame. I do still remain positive. I do still think we can take it back, guys. But, we got to have these conversations. It's important.
I'm going to start this out by saying I'm going to crash the fuck out. Sure am. This can be a fucking valid crash out in my fucking opinion too. I was just asked by somebody how many vacations I went on this year and what I did that was fun this summer. You know what? Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. You know why? Because I can't fucking afford it.
Someone asked me that the other day too. They were like, do you have any fun plans for the summer? And I was like, no. Working. What do you mean? Like paying my bills, like trying to pay off my debt. I don't know, maybe I'll go to the beach for a couple days, but like I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm not gonna fly to anywhere grand and take a big vacation. Like what?
I cannot afford to go fucking camping and sleep in the fucking woods. I can't afford to fucking drive up there because the fucking gas prices in this state are astronomical. Like, you just don't get it. People just don't fucking get how unfucking affordable life is anymore. The American dream is the fucking American goddamn nightmare. It is bull fucking shit. I'm so fucking mad. You can't make this shit up. I make more money. Me and my husband both make more money now than we've ever made in our whole fucking lives. We're kicking fucking ass. Literally. At fucking making fucking money. Our kids moved out. It's us. We are struggling to fucking survive. We are struggling to fucking just make it to the next fucking day. You know why? Because this fucking country's bullshit. You can't fucking do anything. You can't thrive. You cannot, not in this motherfucking...
No, about the driving thing, I've also noticed I'm filling up my gas tank way more than I was 6 months ago. Let me tell you that. I don't know if they're watering down the gas. I've definitely heard that. It definitely seems to me like they're doing something because it's like constant and everything. And it's literally I had budgeted $100 a month for gas because I was only filling up 2 times a month. Now I was like calculating my bills last week. And it's actually costing me $300 a month for gas right now. I had budgeted $100, $200 extra just for gas alone. I mean, I can't imagine people with trucks. Oh, I don't know how people are doing it. Seriously.
This economy can suck it. They can eat me. I'm so fucking done. The fact that I make over $2,000 a fucking week.
Oh, it's crazy. You know, I'm actually making more money than I ever have in my life too. And I hear so many people say that they're making more money than they ever had in their lives. And they're struggling more than they ever have.
You know what it is? It's motherfucking payroll taxes. It's the gas tax. It's property tax. It's tax my motherfucking ass, bitch. I can't. I am so fucking done. I just want a couple days off to leave this shithole fucking state, drive over to Idaho, sit in the fucking sand, put my feet in the fucking water, and forget this bullshit. But can I borrow some money for gas? You know, because I only made $2,800 last week. And, you know, fuck everything.
This is crazy.
All right, so look. It is diabolical on so many levels to expect people to continue to go to work with the highest level of performance while the world is crashing, while the economy is falling apart, while most people can't even afford to feed themselves. If you haven't figured out already that your job doesn't give a shit about you, then you're going to learn here soon, because even as tariffs make things more expensive, even as the cost of living continues to increase more and more, every day you're going to go to work and you are going to be faced with the least amount of empathy you can ever imagine.
More than that, they're going to abuse you a lot of the time. I'm telling you, I've had some really nasty managers that made me cry, like in front of my coworkers, like yelled at me for no reason. They just like pick on you, call you names, whatever. Like, it's crazy. It really is. And you're just supposed to take it. You're supposed to just keep your mouth shut. They're allowed to do whatever they want because they're in a position above you.
You know what I mean? Your employer knows what's going on in the economy, knows that most people cannot afford to live, knows that most people are going through a mental health crisis trying to exist in this country. And rather than try to be helpful, rather than use their position of authority or power or use that business as a leverage to help people, they use that position in a narcissistic way to gaslight people into making people feel like, oh, well, it's just your fault. If you would just come in and work those extra hours, then maybe you wouldn't be so poor. If you just would have came in on that day like I asked you, then maybe you would be able to put food in the fridge.
If you just worked 4 jobs, you'd be fine. You just got to work harder, work more. Like, that's not the goal. That was never the goal. That was never the American dream. Since when are we just expected to work, and barely get by? I want to know when that happened. Please, somebody who's older than me, let me know in the comments down below. Has it always been this way? Like, did your generation get this same message of just work 15 jobs and just keep work 24 hours a day? You can do it. That's what you have to do. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
That type of little shit like that. And I think a lot of people, if you can't see the narcissism in the workplace by now, then you're just blind and deaf and you have zero consciousness. I don't know how you just can't see it. But despite the fact that the world or our society seems to be collapsing. Despite all that, they will continuously expect you to overemphasize your potential and ignore your limitations and put your best foot forward and put a smile on to continue making these corporations money while you and your family and your kids cannot even afford to exist. And they will look at you with this look of, they will look at you in the most non-empathetic way, as if like you're suffering as a personal problem and has nothing to do with a systemic failure. You know what I mean? And they'll try to gaslight you into making you feel like it's your fault, and they use that guilt to get you to do more work, to get you to come in on those other days, to try to convince you that all you have to do is do right by the company and your life will be better. That's fucking madness. And I think in these days, when people already having a hard time struggling to survive, and then that mental part of having to go to work and pretend like everything's normal and get through a whole day of customer service and going through this, whatever your job is, you know what I mean? And we are expected to continue to act like everything is normal when everything is not. It's crazy. You're going to start to see more little episodes, more people snapping at the job, more people just fucking crashing out because shit, we're only human. You can only struggle and suffer so much.
And be quiet about it. And just not say anything and hold it in. I feel like we live in Gilead. Have you guys watched that show, The Handmaid's Tale? It, like, just the way that everything is everybody's expected to just hold everything and you're not allowed to, like, crash out at all. And you have to just keep functioning as if, you know, they're not killing everyone. It kind of feels like that. I don't know.
And the fact that the society, rather than care, rather than try to help, rather than try to heal, rather than try to make things better, they try to make things worse. And then when we're at our lowest, when we feel like we have nothing else to give, about to give up, these employers, these businesses, these companies will not feel any level of shame, any level of guilt about the fact that they had a part in initiating your burnout. They had a part in increasing your overstimulation and influencing the mental health crisis that you're facing right now. They act like that had nothing to do with it. And then you just be out of there and they just go on to the next one and work them down and work them down and work them down. You know what I'm saying? People will snap. The human mind, the human spirit can only take so much.
People are already snapping. They are. You see it when you're out places. Like, I see it. People snapping at cashiers, people like crashing out over little stuff. You can tell people are like reaching a boiling point here.
To the average person, I would say get your board in the water and prepare to paddle like all get out. The tsunami of a lifetime is coming, and nothing your elders have seen is going to prepare.
Every time I see this video, I get chills. That's why I included it in this. I just really want to know, like, do you guys feel this? Because I feel it. It feels like we've all got to prepare for something big. And I don't even, it's just like, how do we even prepare at this point? I don't know.
There's no good advice to give that's specific. Let's put it this way. One of the things when people tell me about they're moving from one city to another, I have a phrase that nobody likes, which is every place is over. Oh, I'm moving to Austin. Yeah, it's over. Miami, it's over. Nashville, over. You know, all these places are over. And every occupation that is named is over. I'm going to be a dentist, radiologist, accountant, teacher. These are all over.
Can you imagine a world where you go to the dentist and it's a robot, and then you go to talk to your accountant and it's a robot, and you go to the doctor and that's a robot, and you go to the restaurant and the person serving you is a robot, it's not a person, and just everywhere you go it's like, do you guys want to live in that? Because as far as I can see, as far as I can tell from other people, like, nobody wants this. And these people are just doing it. They're just putting up all these data. They are surveilling us heavily. Like, they are just moving forward with their plan, regardless of how many people it destroys, how many lives it destroys. And It's crazy, guys. It's just getting so crazy out here. I apologize if this was a kind of a negative video. I just, you know, it's okay to vent sometimes. And I just wanted to like have a little vent sesh. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you watch this whole video, I really appreciate it. And I would greatly appreciate it as well if you would consider subscribing and leaving a like. You know, it helps me out as I'm just trying to build this channel, you know, because I need another source of income because working all the time is not enough. And you have to just have 8 million sources of income, I guess, to survive these days. Goodness gracious. I'm going to go outside. I can't really breathe. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.